Hi and Assalamu alaikum. I'm MD.MURAD Miah, and hopefully you guys are fine. And also welcome to my YouTube channel. So today our group actually going to present about Indochina Plantation, and not only that, we are focusing on some of the issue that is related with Indochina Plantation, and we also giving some of the solution that is actually relevant to the issues. So let's talk about the Indochina Plantation. Indochina Plantation actually, there is a Malaysian, one of the biggest, one of the largest plantation company want to build or establish their plantation company in Laos, which is in Apathiu and southern border of Cambodia. So what happened there? There is a problem is they want to build a plantation company, but because of such a region, for example, there is natural resources quite good. There are cheap labor costs. This is why Malaysia, one of the largest plantation company, Sandrabi, want to establish a plantation company in Apathiu. So what the problem is there? The problem is the plantation company, Sandrabi Plantation Company, want to build a plantation in Apathiu, but it is actually colonized, or it is from the previous time. Vietnamese people are maintain this land, so they must have to. So Malaysian company must have to collaborate for the venture with the Vietnam-based. The plan is when actually Malaysian company venture with the Vietnamese from West company. Vietnamese manager staff will be the Vietnamese people, but the labor will be the Cambodian people. That will be the supply from the that will be given by the business partner of Cambodian business partner. So there will be because there will be some problem that you actually find out from the case study that when the Vietnamese, because there is an internal conflict. There is an internal conflict between Vietnamese and Cambodian people, but there is no problem between Cambodian and Laos people. Let's see the video that will show you how unity between Cambodian and Laos people.
Samaki, Lao Việt Khmer Samaki, Lao Việt Khmer Samaki, Lao Việt Khmer Samaki. Chúng dòng mê công, Khmer Việt Lào chung tiếng ca, chung điều xòe hoa, tay chung tay lòng cũng chung lòng. Chung một vầng trăng, chung nhau ngụm rượu mình chung nhau, sống chung hòa bình, tay trong tay chung một bài ca. Lào Việt Khmer Samaki, Lào Việt Khmer Samaki, Lào Việt Khmer Samaki, Lào Việt Khmer Samaki. Những năm dài chiến tranh, ba nước anh em cùng một quyết tâm, đánh đuổi giặc ngoài xâm, đem yên vui về cho dân tộc. Đây thanh bình ấm no, giữ vững tình yêu cùng nhau tiến lên, vang xa toàn cầu. Tình anh em Lào Việt Campuchia, Lào Việt Khmer Samaki, Lào Việt Khmer Samaki, Lào Việt Khmer Samaki, Lào Việt Khmer Samaki.
From the video, I really understand that how the Laos people and Cambodian people behave each other, how their norms, how their value, how their unity actually. So this is the unity there between Cambodia and Laos. There is no problem at all, and there is no internal conflict at all. But the problem is Vietnamese people and the Cambodian people. So from the 19th century, the conflict is began, and until right now there is a lot of conflict is going on, and sometimes people are killing in Cambodia, sometimes forcefully rape to the women. So that other problem that is given the new position and new conflict between those two countries. So let's see the video that will show you from the 19th century until right now how Vietnamese people force the Cambodian people or the conflict, internal conflict between Cambodian and Vietnamese people. So let's see the video.
Mainet's baby boy will never know his father. She was 8 months pregnant when her husband was killed by an angry mob after a motorbike accident in February.
I'm left alone. I have no way to make my living and have to rely on my family.
This is her husband, Chen Van Chien. One person was arrested over his murder, but no one has ever gone to trial. Like many ethnic Vietnamese in Cambodia, he was born here and spoke the national language Khmer, but his parents were Vietnamese. Mainet believes that's why he was targeted, because he was just a bystander in the crowd.
I don't understand why they killed him. He didn't do anything.
Anti-Vietnamese sentiment runs deep among some in this area. Concerns about illegal immigration and political influence from Vietnam have raised tensions across Cambodia. And there are also allegations that Vietnam has occupied Cambodia's land, and that has led to attacks on the ethnic Vietnamese community and their businesses.
One of those angry with Vietnam is Thach Setha. While he objects to violence, he's a leader of the minority Khmer Krom community and a member of Cambodia's National Rescue Party, which has been accused of having an anti-Vietnam agenda. He and his supporters have staged several protests in Phnom Penh this year, demanding that Vietnam acknowledges its past land grabs.
We want Vietnam to recognize history, apologize to the Cambodians and stop meddling with Cambodia's politics.
Under pressure from the opposition, the Cambodian government is reviewing its immigration laws and starting with a national census. But many Vietnamese feel they're being deliberately singled out. Le Van Quang was born on the Tonle Sap Lake, but his parents are also Vietnamese. He says he has Cambodian nationality, but like many people living here, he doesn't have any identification papers.
Now the opposition has joined the National Parliament, I'm afraid there'll be some kind of backlash against the Vietnamese because the opposition doesn't like us.
The Cambodian government says no one will be targeted unfairly. But with fresh anti-Vietnamese protests expected, it will take a lot more than words to convince these ethnic Vietnamese that they have nothing to fear.
And secondly, Malaysian company, which is a Sun Plantation, want to actually build a company, and there are 55% share of this will be of this company. But the problem is they are not active in management. They are not active in control. They are just controlling outside of the company, and they are not focusing on the everyday processing of the management. So that's the things. Actually, I think it will be conflict. It will be more conflict on the situation of the plantation as well. So So internal conflict is the kind of political pressure, political problem for the both of the countries, because the international relationship is not good forever right now, from the 19th century until right now. So this is the political issue. But if we talk about the ethical issue in this in the plantation venture, because Cambodian peoples and Vietnamese people have the different value, different things, and they have the emotional nature as well. So what will be happen there? Because if the management of the Vietnamese people are managing Cambodian people, the Cambodian people are not follow the manager, because there is something inside of their mind that working in their mind. It is actually not working too much on their job. It will be pressure for them for the job. It will be happening the lack of good governance. It will be lack of commitment. It will be lack of motivation as well. So for the employees, they cannot do the job as well. For the companies that give the good profit or the good performance for the company. So right now is the third issue. The third issue we have found is ethical issue. So if we talk about the ethical issue is something actually in the plantation or in the companies, there will be the problems like they don't have the trust between the Vietnamese people and the Cambodian people. So why don't have the trust between those people? It cannot be work, because trust is one of the factor for any company, any management, any society that can build a company, build a performance, build a good company as well. So this is the third issue that we found, that the problem is they don't trust anyone. They are not trust anyone as a labor or as an employee or as a managerial staff. So that's the problem. So first of all, we found the political problem. Political problem is internal conflict. Secondly, we found the managerial conflict. The managerial conflict is Vietnamese people. Vietnamese people is a managerial factor, but the labor is Cambodian. But due to the internal conflict, there is maybe some problem to work and motivation, and there will be lack of good governance as well. And for the last one is ethical issue. Ethical issue is maybe the Vietnamese people will be don't trust the Cambodian people, and Cambodian people also not be trust the Vietnamese people. So this conflict will be one of the major conflict to fail the plantation company in future. So for the solution, it is not easy when internal conflict is beginning or starting from 19th century and until right now. It is not easy for any companies to reduce the internal conflict. So for this case study, we are thinking that internal conflict is the main thing for the internal conflict between Vietnamese people and Cambodian people. So, and also other factor like managerial factor, they also have ethical factor, but most important factor is internal conflict between Cambodian people and management people. So why have the conflict? It is not easy to decrease, easy to reduce. So, but for the solution, I think from our group, we are thinking that both of the government they can negotiate, because negotiate is one of the policy, one of the business strategy of the business, of the good company. So I think that the both government can negotiate, that will be benefited for the good country. And secondly, they can make good law or the policy or the agreement between companies or Malaysian and also Vietnamese companies. After that, it will be help them to reduce that kinds of internal conflict. And not only that, they when they actually give the job a higher position of Vietnamese people, so they need to give some power. But when they use the lack of power, they must have to use the good governance. Because good governance, if the company don't have the good governance, they cannot be run and cannot be sustained in the market, sustained in the business world. A lot of companies a few years ago, we see that a lot of the bank, they don't have the good governance, and they have the bribery. Then after that, the company is going out from the market. So if the company want to sustain in the market, they must have to good governance, need to communicate with higher up to bottom of the company, they need to have to motivate the employees. They have to focus on the agreement. They have to focus on internal conflict. That is one of the major thing in this case study. So our decision actually, if the Malaysian company, if the Malaysian company want to set up the new plantation in Atamo, it's fine. But problem is there is internal conflict, and it is not easy to reduce. But if they make the qualityful agreement and also can negotiate with each government, I think it will be help for the Laos people. They can work there, and also Cambodian people, they also can work there, and Malaysian company and also Vietnamese company can get more profit because there is a cheap labor cost. So that's all from us. I think it will help the companies to see the reality, and it will help them to maintain their business policy in future. Thank you very much.